think right now it's not fair for me to disclose the basic negotiations that have taken place behind the scenes.
Sounds like there was some negotiation.
I did not say yes, I did not say no, but how do you know from only one party? It could be many, many parties. But certainly, I think I wish all of them the best. And I think one of the best things to emerge from this four-cornered fight is the open debate. Because I think that's what we wanted to focus on, a new culture of openness and some sort of excitement. I think it's still early, and of course, talking about direct elections, democratizing the party, and there's a lot of excitement, over-excitement going on. But I think it will somehow gain a more nuanced tone as the weeks go by. So I'm still hopeful. I think that we all have wonderful personalities that have their own strengths and of course weaknesses, and could do well to work together closely. So certainly this is probably the high point where the daggers are let loose. But I'm sure that over time, with the spirit of Hari Raya, it can only get better. I didn't attend a PC. I think that's quite clear on my neutral stance. But my thinking is, it's not they're trying to push their weight around, but it's more like declaring how they view which particular leader should lead the charge, etc. Which I think there's nothing wrong with that. And I think it probably has been a little bit sensationalized than it should have been. But anyway, I feel that, again, it's still early, as you mentioned, and maybe over time it will gain a more nuanced and a more balanced outlook that will affect everybody.
Why have you chosen to remain neutral?
No, not neutral, but I didn't go to the event. I think right now, the decision will be taken by Lembah Pantai, by my team as a whole, on who we nominate as deputy. And because of course, for me, I share a lot of the views raised by Dr. Zaid. He's also the leader for Wilayah, and we have had very good, frank discussions on the way forward for Wilayah Persekutuan. And I've always, I grew up, with Azmin Ali, my father's private secretary. So certainly, it's still too early for me to declare anything. And I agree with what you said. It's direct elections. Every member has a right to choose who should be the best deputy president, and I don't want to influence that somewhat. And I think, if anything, I would just be more than happy to help, because whatever we need is, we need to have leaders that have a vision and that have the party's concerns as at the back of their minds. I mean, it's like campaigning. If his supporters feel that they want to declare right now, sure. But at the end of the day, it's the members that are going to choose, not the division head. Of course, you have to work towards campaigning, promotion, etc. Whatever it takes. And of course, trying to convince 400,000 voters is not easy. This is what we're trying to do today as well. Trying to just showcase our focus, our vision, our hopes. But yeah, I don't see any problem. I'm sure we can rally together because we have started at the grassroots level, which is such a diverse group.
Right.
We're not homogeneous in nature at all. So I think, and if we can work together, why can't the top leadership of the party?
Despite
the leadership and the disciplinary council should take it seriously, should investigate, etc. It's important to be highlighted. But again, for all it's worth, how can you influence 400,000 people? It's not going to be easy. So at least we have those kind of safeguards. All right. I was there during dinner. There was no directive to toe any line. I think, again.
Yes, media sphere?
To a certain extent, I would think so, because for this particular matter, because I was there during that dinner, breaking fast session, which he usually holds with different leadership, whether it's Selangor, KL, and there was no such thing. He didn't declare openly supporting any particular individual. So it's quite unfair to say that he's thrown his weight behind Azmin. You have to look at the larger context. Compared to PAS and the AP, we're a relatively new party, and the sensitization of members, in terms of when you talk about promoting democracy, yet understanding that you have to toe the party line, that part of it has to be improved. So there is a certain overzealousness when it comes to, talking about promoting your stance and fighting for your principles, which might differ with other leaders in the party, and that has it can be seen in the Selangor example. But to say that we're digging our own grave, I think that, no, certainly not. I think, if anything, people were just worried, especially at the outcome of Hulu Selangor, and people are looking for directions how to beef up and strengthen the party in Selangor. It is really important for our survival. But I like to see more personalities, more leaders like Faika Hussein, political secretary, emerge in Selangor, because I feel that they actually have helped set the tone, a more assertive, a more clear and visionary tone for the leadership. So I remain hopeful. Well, it's up to him, how far it be for me to ask him to challenge his wife. So I think they have to sort it out, and if anything, they should have a clear succession plan, because it really looks bad if there's a contest between the two, and I'm sure they can talk it out, honestly.
Okay, so you don't think they'll go head-to-head against each other?
No, we're, again, Sidik has gone through a lot in Lembah Pantai, and if he can say we're in a family, so can anyone else. So basically, and I think honestly, whatever it is, I'm sure that he has a succession plan, and if anything, it will be done, especially at the presidency level, in a more without a contest. If the leaders, if the members feel that it's better for her to hand over the reins, and she's more than ready. So I think it's more a motherly approach to things. Well, I think she is ready to continue with her work as president, and until and unless the political bureau decides otherwise. When you work in the confines of democracy set by an opponent like BN, certainly you have to be prepared for any eventuality. And I think that that is a possibility often discussed by the leadership. Of course, we try our best to fight against that possibility, but that's why I think not just the presidency post, but also the EMK, the emerging faces of other leaders, to showcase that Keadilan will survive with or without any personality.